Hello, how are you today? I'm Joan. This is my sewing room. I hope you're having a good day today. I would like to share with you the workings and how to make a crossbody bag that I have been making. I had talked to my sister and she goes, why don't you show how to make it on your YouTube video? So I thought, well, why not? So grab yourself some coffee, get a nice relaxful chair, and we will take it away, or I will take it away, or we'll fly wherever. But anywho, okay, so this one particular bag that I'm making, it's here up on the wall. Let me get it for you. This is one that I just finished, and it has a front pocket, and in the front pocket there is a little side pocket you can put your papers in, you know, whatever. I have one of these, and I put my cell phone in here. It has two small pockets. I put makeup in, sunglasses, and my purses all have a foam interfacing in them, and that gives it stability. Plus it has a box corners. So, and on the inside, this particular bag it's lined in red, and it has a little snap pocket, and little snap pocket pops open, and you can put in, you know, money or whatever you want to put in there, that whatever. I kind of just make up the pockets as they go. I put these in here for well, it's part of the adjustable strap. And what's good about these little half circles strapping here, it's good because when you have it around your body and the top part is open, the strap will keep it from flying, you know, open, where it would be easy for people to reach in. They can't do that because it keeps it together. So that's a good reason why to have these here. And then the strap, this is a smaller one, but when you get my purses, the straps are long enough and adjustable, so you can, I cut them at, I believe, 40 inches long, and then I make it so you can make them long or short. You can use it as, I use them as crossbody bags. You can use it as a shoulder bag, or you can just use it as a regular purse if you wish. And they all come off. The straps come off, so if you need to throw it in the wash, you can just throw it in the washer. So yeah, I really like these, and they're really fun to make. And so here, let's get started. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna move the camera so it kind of tilts down, so you can kind of see what I'm doing here on the table. So just give me a minute, because I just noticed that. Okay. Okay, hopefully that'll be good. Okay, that's a little crooked. I hope my screen doesn't come out crooked. Okay. So anyway, okay, so the front part of the pocket, what you have is you have a front and a back, obviously, and the back and front, I cut them at 12 inches. And so they're 12 inches long and 11 inches wide. And so this would be the back, and this is your front. And this part is cut off, the top part, and this is 3 inches. And this would be 9 by 11, this one, it's 9 by 11. and this one is 3 by 11. So with that, I would put a zipper in. Now, let me take this off so you can see what I need to do here. So what I do is I get these really long zippers. They're 4 feet long. You can get them longer. You can get them in these big coils. And sorry, my phone is going off. You can get them in long coils, but right now I just get like a bunch of them, and they're all different colors. So, and this strapping, the zippers can either go right or left. Now what I've been doing is putting my zippers on. Let me see. Oh, mine closed to the right and open to the left. So you can go either way with that. And I don't know if that's the right way, but when I started making these for my friend, she needed to have it go a certain way. So I kind of just stuck with that way. Anywho, so these kind of, this zipper right here has a lot of zippers on it because I was practicing one night when I was in my room. I was practicing when I first got these zippers, and I thought, oh no, how am I gonna do this? You know, it's like sewing. I was never good at sewing zippers on. I used to make clothes, and that's another story. But so I was always kind of shy away from zippers. I mean, I can put them on, but I was, you know, until I bought myself a zipper foot, and but you know, it's like it never failed. It was somebody's jeans or something that needed to be replaced, and which would be the hardest thing to do. So I just kind of stay away from the jean zipper. So anyway, what you do is you take your zipper foot, and it is kind of like shaped like a V, it's like a V that comes down. The V goes down, the tab goes down, and one side of the zipper, the fabrics goes up inside the zipper pole, and then the other part you just put up in there, and they say it's supposed to pop in. Then I would lay this zipper down on the table, put my 2 fingers here, and pray that it goes on, and it did. Look at that. Pretty cool. Like I said, I've practiced. Okay. Okay, and so with this fabric here, we're going to have, with this purse, we have two zippers. So one zipper will go here, and then the other zipper, and then this part will be attached to the zipper up here, and then the top zipper will be attached to this one. So this will have 2 zippers attached to it. And when I make these fronts and backs, I always put some foam here, and I have that to show you right here. So here's when I started. And so this purple one, there's a purple that I started making. And as you can see, it has 2 zippers, one here and one there. And what I do is I put the foam padding here, and then I put an iron-on webbing here to give it more stability. And then there's one in the back. So let me show you how to put this together real quick. Let me get some foam padding here. Excuse me for reaching across the table. Oh, I don't have any foam padding here. Well, that's a great how do you do. I guess he used it all up. All right. Okay, so we'll skip that, but I already showed you that, how to put this on. What I do, you can sew it down. Sewing it down is a good idea. Also, I have this double sticker tape, and you can just lay it down, put the tape on it, peel off the paper, and it'll secure to the fabric like that. So that's what I use, and sometimes I sew it depending on. Okay, so let's get started. I will grab my zipper. Now this one particular purse, the zipper needs to be a little longer. So this is 11 inches wide. So this, you would need like an inch on each end hanging off. I put a gray one on there. I don't think that's, let me see. Maybe we'll use this one on there. Black one. I really like these tie-dyed fabrics. I'm not sure if they're tie-dyed or if they're bleached, but I really like how they, I mean, and this I got this. It was a remnant. It was enough to maybe make 2 or 3 purses, but I really like it. Or use it in a quilt. Really cool. Okay, so inch off here. I was looking for green, but I'm all out of dark green, so I had to go with the black, which looks fine. Okay, so here's the zipper. So what I'm going to do, there's 2 ways of doing this. You can either, everybody, you know, there's 2 ways. I usually don't turn my zippers upside down. I usually do my zippers right side up. But then your fabric has to go upside down. So that's the way I learned how to do it. That's the way I taught myself to do it. And also, I need some fabrics. This fabric here. I forgot to cut these out and show you. Okay, so on the end of each zipper, since there's no metal to stop it, you have to put a stopper on. So what you want to do is take about the same width of your zipper. Cut a strip like this. And maybe it's about 3 inches long. 3, maybe. This one, yeah, maybe about 3 inches. Maybe, let's see. Let me measure it. See, I'm just guessing. Yeah, 3 inches. And so you take the good side, you put it at the end of your zipper like this. Fold it in half, like that. And then you just sew. So I will do that. You sew like 1/4 of an inch over the zipper. like this. And so that'll just stop your zipper from coming off the ends. And you never see this because it's tucked in the seams. So it goes like that. But it just stops it. And then you do it on the other end. So if you have like Scotch tape or something, you can tape it. I don't have any Scotch tape. I'll just use a little bit of this. Probably. Okay. So this, I'll put this on there. This is that tape that's sticky on both sides. And I'm just going to lay it over this zipper right here. So it kind of keeps it, keeps it closed a little bit. And then I am going to put this uneven on both sides. And so this on. I guess you can't see my sewing machine, I'm sorry. But anyway. My light's going the wrong way. Not really have it together here today, I guess. Okay. So this is what you got. This is what we got here. Okay, so see? Okay, so now I have my zipper. And I'm going to take my front. This one is a little hard to figure out where the front or the back is. I'm assuming that's the front. So I am going to, because it doesn't really matter. Let me see. Yep. Okay, so I'm just going to attach it to my zipper right here. Earlier today, I almost broke my machine. Scared the heck out of me. I was talking to my son on the phone and starting to sew, and I did a big no-no. I sewed over this part, and it's like hard metal. And all of a sudden, I heard this big bang, and I thought, oh my gosh, what did I do? And then I got mad at my machine, but it was my fault because I didn't pull that zipper put out of the way. I didn't look for it. I was distracted talking to my son. I gotta blame it on somebody, right? And boom, my needle broke. Fortunately, I didn't break my machine. That would have been a disaster.
The room temperature is 74
I would have been very upset with myself if that was the case. Okay, so now I'm going to sew this zipper on real quick. I have to move my heavy chair over here and move these plastic. I'm gonna go this way. And I'm going to use white thread. Well, actually, it's not white. It's gray. So gray is a neutral thread. So I'm going to use gray. Okay, so Here is the zipper. Zipper is on the front part of the purse. Like that. And then you take the second part here and you lay that on the top part of the zipper. Like this. And you sew it on. Like that. Now, with this this tape is really good too. You can use this along. I'm not using it right now, but you can, and it works really, really well. It's just that it's time consuming, and I don't have a whole lot of time. I gotta tell you something. The other day, I made a video making purses. It was a long video. It took really a long time. And I thought, I said, I gotta stop this video. And I said, I'll be back to show you how to finish it. So I'm all proud of myself, and I know I did a really good job. I'm thinking I did a really good job. It felt like it, you know. Come to find out, my volume was turned off. So I had to delete the whole thing, and I was so frustrated with myself because I really wanted to get another video out. So that was the first. I'm sure there'll be a lot more purses around here that I will do. But like I said, I was so frustrated with myself that I did that. Okay, so there we are. So yes, so here we are. We have the bottom part and the top part. And I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, and then here's the top. Now, I'm not going to, normally when you put something in here like this, you go back and you sew over the top of it. And I'm not going to do that right yet because I have more to add to this. I have 2 linings to put here. So, because there's going to be a pocket here. So I will show you that in the next. And then you will go and do the top zipper here. And it's the same way. You just do it. And then you would add your top zipper here. Okay, so that's how that one is done. Let's go on to the next purse. Oops. Okay, so this purse already has its zippers sewed on, and this is the top of the purse right here with the top zipper, and these are the parts for the strap that goes on. And so one would be sewn in on this side of the zipper, and then this one is sewn on this side. And when you sew them in, you lay them flat, and then you sew them on, and then the seam makes it pop up. So you just sew it on flat to get them out of the way when you sew them on. And so it would lay this way, and you would sew it on your zipper, and then it pops up like that. Okay. So now we're going to add a pocket to this. Now, I don't know if you know how to make pockets, but they're really easy to make. It's just a matter of taking your fabric, finding a fabric that you like, taking it, fold it in half, whatever size you want to use, and you would sew down the sides. You sew a 1/2 inch down the sides, and then you would sew it to here, back stitch, and then here, back stitch, go to the corner and go all the way down and back stitch. And the reason why you want to leave an opening here is so you can turn it right side out. So I have made 2 little pockets here to go onto this front, that will go on the front of the pocket of the purse. And so so it will be a pocket here and a pocket in the back, and then this is a pocket too, so it'll be 3 pockets. And you want to put this right in the middle. And so here you want to measure it off. So when I put the zippers here, I will put it, well, let's go down 3 inches. Let's go up 2.5 inches. The reason why I say that, 2.5 inches from the top seam, because you're gonna have, okay, so let's go 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches is good. And 2.5 inches is, the reason is because I still have to attach this purple here, this lining, to this zipper. And I'm going to put a pin in temporarily here and see if this goes all the way around. Let me see this one. That doesn't work that way. This one is 2 1/4. This one is 2. So we got to move this over a little bit. So this one is 2, 2, 2.5, 2.5. Okay, looks good. I know, I'm using that. It doesn't look very pretty. I don't know where my pretty ones are. They're all over the place. It's just like grab them. Oh, here's one. There's a pretty one, plus it goes around the wrist. I like my friend gave me that. I don't know if she made it, but she might have made it. But she gave it to me. And I was wearing it for a while. But all my pins are really long. I was stabbing myself on the skin. It's funny. I don't know if it's funny, but it happened. Alright, sewing machine, you're gonna not act up now because we have the audience here. I don't want you to act up on me, okay? Just sew very nicely. Don't throw a fit. I don't know if you talk to your sewing machines. But I surely talk to mine. Yeah. My Juki is a little finicky. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. See what I mean? She's finicky. I tried putting in a heavier needle, and it didn't like the heavy needle at all. So I thought maybe the heavy needle would help because I'm working, you know, sewing through several layers of fabric, but it started breaking the fabric, so, or the needles, or the thread, so I went back to the medium. But like I said, she's a real fussy machine. She's worse than me. Okay, so now we're going to take this and we're going to put it on the lower zipper. And this is the reason why I don't sew. I haven't sewed on top of the zipper yet because I need to add this lining to it. And I turned it this way, so when you flip it over, it'll be on the inside pocket on the front, if that makes sense. Try to do this real quick here. So always when you put it together, make sure you check to make sure it's going to work right. And so here's your zipper. So when you open up the zipper, not supposed to get stuck like that. Your pocket will be right here, like that. Okay, so let's put this on without, and hopefully Juki will behave herself. And I won't sew over the zipper and mess up my machine and freak myself out. Well, four warnings. I'm using my zipper foot, of course, because I'm sewing on the zipper foot. But I have a tendency of using my zipper foot all the way through because, you know, you constantly, you have 4 of these linings to sew on. So. It took me a while to figure out this pattern. When I first made this pattern, it just didn't come out right. I saw this pattern, and I thought, oh, I really want to make that bag. So I just figured it out, and I'm still figuring it out. That's what I do. I figure out my patterns. I don't usually go by, I mean, like when I do my quilts, I usually do, I'll see a pattern that I like. Like, for instance, this is the Bago quilt. She's finally done. All I have to do is sew the bones on, and I still need to put some bling around her neck. Okay, so we have this part sewn on here. So this is your front pocket. Now we need to take this one, and this will go on top of it in the same direction, but it'll go on the top part of this zipper here. So you have the bottom part of the zipper. Now you're going to sew on the top part of the zipper. And I know that some people that make these purses will I have to go this way. I have to go this way because when you open it up, you want to be able to only see the fabric, not the zipper. Excuse me, air conditioning's making my nose go a little haywire here. Okay, so we will get this one sewed up. And so let me open up this zipper. And this one, so when you open it, you see it like that. I hope you can see that. That's important. That took me a while to figure that one out. Okay. And always be careful of your zippers. Where are the zipper? That's how I messed up. Maybe I can just zip this one down so I can, yep, I'm just gonna zip it down so I can get past that. And so I don't break another needle, and this machine will go crazy. And I'll go crazy with it. Okay, got that one on. All right, so we have them both sewed on like that. So when you close it, this is what it looks like on the inside. Like that. Excuse me. And this is your pockets here. Now you can make these pockets however you want. You can, I could put a little snap in here. In fact, we could do that right now if you want to see me do a snap. Or with the bigger pockets, you can sew a line down so it makes it 4 pockets. I don't think I really need a snap there. Let me see what we have. I do have a lot of snaps. I have all these snaps. And then you get extra whites and blacks. I guess you do use a lot of those. I haven't even made a dent in this. I hope it'll last me a good long time. Okay, where are you? Okay, so if we're gonna make one of these, let's see. You need a dowel, and you need this thing, and that punches these down. And let me see, do we want purple? Purple will be good. Sure, why not? Okay, so you want 2 of these things that have little heads on them, and then you need a front. You need one of these things here. There's a male and a female, or positive, negative, whatever, on there. And then there's another one. So it makes one holds the snap in. Or actually, that's what makes the snaps work, I guess you could say. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's see if that works. Or maybe it doesn't work. I think it works that way. No, those are the same ones. Let's see. Okay, I think this is what I needed. Okay, so it's hard to explain, but there's one that's bigger. It's an inner, and this is an outie. So we're gonna measure this real quick. Where's my measuring device? Somewhere around here, unless I lost it. I lose a lot of things. You know, you want to say, oh, well, you know, you need to be more organized. I try to be. Okay, so what I'm going to do is measure the pocket from side to side. It's 7 inches, so I'm going to go at 3.5. Does that sound good? 3.5? Yep. And then just put a little mark in with this tool. And then I want to put, let's see, how do I want to put this? I'll put the snap part. You put them on top of each other like that. It's hard to see, you can't really see me do this. But you just line this thing up here. Come on. How about if I try snapping it on there? I know, we'll go like this, I think. All right. Can you really say I know what I'm doing? You're probably saying, no, she didn't know what she's doing. And you're right. Come on, get in there. Okay, this goes here like that. Oh, God. I've only done this twice, so. Okay, put that there. All right, okay. Now, you just push them together. Now, put this here, and that will go down like that, and it's done. Ta-da! And then, to mark your spot for your back one, you would you push this against the fabric, and it makes like a little indentation. And then you just stick your dowel, this thing, I forgot what it's called, in there. And it puts a hole into the fabric. And then you take another one of these with the little pokers on it, put it through the hole. And then you find the female part of the male, make sure it works. Yeah. Yeah. And put it on there. Okay, I'll show you in a minute. You really can't see, obviously, because there's so much fabric here and stuff. And I do know what I'm doing, like I told you, but it's just kind of hard to do it. Come on. You know, it probably would have been easier if I hadn't put the zipper on already. You know, just do it with the fabric. I sometimes do things backwards. Or, you know, not thinking what I'm doing. All right, I think I got it. Ta-da! It's done. Okay, so the next two fabrics, which would be these, will go in the middle, and they will attach to this other zipper here. But we're not going to do that right now. And then it has a pocket too that goes right here. I'll show you the next purse that I have halfway done. Okay, so this is the front pocket, And I've already boxed the corners. And when you box a corner, and this is your inside, these are the other two linings that are on the purse. And here I have a pocket, and it's just a single pocket, big one for whatever's. I could sew a line down the center of it and mix it into two pockets, so you'd have like 3 pockets. I could do that. Let's try that out. Where is my measuring device? On the floor again. I think it likes to be on the floor. I always find it on the floor. So this is 8.5, so 4. So I think if we went 5, and right. Oh, here we go. Something was hiding there. 7, 4. Let's measure that again. 8.5. So 4. So it'd be 4.5. Make sure it's equal up here. Okay. Put in a line. Put my cap back on, my pin. Oh, there it is. So I'm going to put a line down here. Sew a line. And then it'll be 3 pockets instead of 2. Just to make it look snazzier. That way you can put in, like, you know, sunglasses and whatever there. And it'll be cool. My little purse, or my purse that I made for myself, that looks like, it looks like leather. In fact, when I went to the doctor's yesterday, I was showing it to my doctor, or the nurse, and she said, "Oh, is that leather?" And I said, "No, it's just fabric." In fact, it almost looks like suede. It's so cool. And I got it at the Catholic store, where I get my fabrics. Okay, so there it has a pocket here, and a pocket here, and a pocket here, and then this whole thing's a pocket. So you have 3 pockets. Okay, so what I do is I choose to put in, oh, but here's a, well, we'll do that in a minute. So this is your linings, your pocket, and lining of the purses. And I am going to box them. What did I do with that? Like I said, I just had it. I'm sorry, but I just lost my ruler again. Jeez. Okay. Well, I guess I'll use this big one. Jeez. It must have fallen on the floor. Does that? And I can't find it, of course. It's probably around my neck, and I don't even know that. Okay, so what I decided to do, I'm going to do 1-inch box corners. So what you do is, Let me get another ruler here. That's too big. I can't deal with that. We'll use this one. Okay. So on this, you have sewing lines, and they're going to be 1/2 inch sewing lines. So you can just go around and put in sewing lines with your pin like that. Okay. And then when you want to do a 1 inch, you find the 1 inch. Here's the 1 inch right here. I just, you see these blue lines here? You can see that? That is the sewing lines. So when you put your 1 inch, and here it is, a little square right here, you line it up with the blue, and then you just make a mark there. And it should work. I hope. Okay, like that. I only do 1 inch because both sides of the fabric is going to be done. And I just throw in my lines here along the side like that, and then like this. There's 2 ways you can either cut it, your box, or you can just leave your box open. So I think what I'm going to do is I am just going to leave it open. I should have did the corner. That way I didn't have to move that. Like that. So there's your boxes. And then on the other side, you do the same thing. Just put in your sewing lines. And I'm gonna do it like that. And then I'm going to find my inch and run up. There's lines on here, so you just take your sewing lines and you, this will be one side and this one will be the other side. If that makes sense. Probably doesn't make sense, but I'm trying. And this is going to be a long video, so beware. Okay. But we don't have to do the whole first. Okay, so I am going to sew these boxes. I'm going to sew this together. But first, I'm going to sew this together. You have to sew this together first, and then you sew this together, and then this seam together. And then you come back and you box your corners. So bear with me. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Is that what we want to do? Yes, okay. That's what we want to do. I have to check because there's a certain way of putting this purse together. And I definitely don't want to mess it up in front of the camera. That wouldn't be too cool. I hope you're getting this. I have to slide my And then you do the middle one. Now this big one, you want to leave an opening here so you can turn the bag right side out when you get to that point. So let's do that. Let's not forget to do that. And also you need to leave your zippers open, because if your zippers are closed, it's really hard to get through the other side because your zippers are on the other side. If you can figure that one out. Yeah. Okay, let's pull this one over here. Okay, now this is the same way I did this little one. I sewed down my sides and I boxed this corner. And this corner, I had gone ahead and I cut the square. But this, you just sew along here. That makes it boxed. That's two ways of boxing your corners. And when you box them like this, you want to get your seams lined up. So this is your middle seam, and you want to make sure your middle seam is going in the same direction as this side. So it is going towards, it's going that way, like that. And then the side seam goes the opposite direction, and you line those two up like that. And you put one of these doohickeys, these clips here to hold it. And then you just take your corners here and you pull them out like that. I don't know if you can see that, but that's how it goes. And then you sew it. So all of them, your linings and the front and back of the purse gets boxed corners. So when they turn right side out, everything is boxed and it just makes it look a lot nicer. See, there it's boxed. Now, this one, did I do it right? Yes, I did. Okay, and this one, my pocket's a little too long, but it'll still work. Okay, and this box, okay, so now what we do is we take, okay, we take, I forgot to draw these ones here. This is really doing good, aren't we? Oh, I did that one. Okay, I did this one, but I forgot to draw this one. That's a real good idea, Joan. It's more focused in on making sure it right. Okay, so you pull these two open, maybe. Okay, you pull these open like that. So you have a line on this side and you have a line on this side, and so you just pull them out so they are corner to corner, you know, the lines are meeting up. And your seams are lining up also. And you just want to make sure that one seam is going that direction and the other seam is going that direction, so that way they will meet together in the middle and it'll look nicer and it'll form a nice square, pocket square. And then you do that in this one as well. So this way you're almost done with this purse. Now this purse should only take you an hour to make if you're really good at it. Sometimes it takes me a little longer. But that's why I had several purses lined up to show you how to do it. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Are we going to go the right direction? Am I doing it the right way? Yes, okay. Let's turn this one this way so I can see better what I'm doing. Okay, that. I just want to make sure this top seam here, or the bottom seam, is going in that direction. And your lines are going straight across, because it's really important to get it right. If you don't get it right, then your box won't work right. It won't work right, and I know. I know. Okay. Come on. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Let's get it together here. It's not wanting to line up. Oh, almost got it. Okay, you got it now. You got it. It's good. Perfect. Okay, that one's done. All right, so they're done. And what you can do is just cut these off. Like that. And like that. Okay, so now, this is the part where you sew your purse together. And I've already top stitched all these linings and everything. Everything is top stitched. So just go along and cut a little bit of threads here and there. And then like that. So this one is top stitched. This one is top stitched. So what we do here, what do I do? Okay, so, all right, let's get all these clips here. So this is your top one. And you want to line this top one here to sew down here on the side. This is the big one. This is the one we need to do here. Wait a minute. I forgot to box those. I forgot to box these. I was thinking, how am I gonna box it? How am I gonna box that? After I sew them all together, that's not cool. Like, if somebody knew what I was doing, they go, you know what, girl, you forgot to box your corners. What are you gonna do? You're right, I did. Trying to get it done for you so we can, so you don't have to wait for hours for me to do this. Okay. So this is a lesson to be learned here. Don't box your corners until you get them all together, because now I have to recut them because I messed it up. And I'm just gonna go back in, retrim them, pretend like I know what I'm doing, and next time I won't box my corners first, trying to save time. And that way, if I ever film this again, I will look like I know what I'm doing. Okay, so now I'm going to sew down the sides and box those corners, and then we're going to put the purse together. And, yeah, I told you this purse takes a long time. There's a lot of strings and everything to worry about, and zippers, zipper pulls, and just try to be careful. Don't do what I did earlier. So I'm just sewing down my sides, 1/2 inch seams. And now I'm going to sew the bottom. That's not nice, is it? Get out of the way. ever seen those industrial sewing machines? I mean, this I guess could be considered industrial because it will sew over, you know, a lot of metal things like zipper foots. But some of them have, like, in front of their foots here. I mean, even though this is not my regular foot, this is a zipper foot. They have this wire. It's like a wire cage. And I was trying to figure out what that is. And the only thing I can think of is probably like a finger guard. Because those industrial machines, they go really fast. And they're heavy duty. I mean, this is heavy duty. But I'm thinking maybe they have those there, so if your finger hits that wire, you would know that you're too close. That's all I'm assuming it's for. I have no clue. I could be wrong. I don't know. If anybody knows, they can comment and let me know. I'm just guessing. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I'd rather watch YouTube videos than watch regular TV nowadays. And I learn a lot. I also watch a lot of cooking shows. Not that they cook like I cook because I'm gluten and dairy free. But, you know, you can convert any gluten recipe into gluten free. You just have to know what you're doing. Instead of using flour, use cornstarch or rice flour. Or, you know, nowadays you can get a lot of gluten-free products out there that you can substitute. Okay, I am going to do these corners real quick here. So I was thinking maybe if I have time to start a gluten and dairy-free channel. I make my own breads and well, I don't usually, the only packaged products I buy are the different flours that I put in my bread, and then the only noodles we eat are either rice noodles or garbanzo bean noodles. But that's it. And there's no preservatives or anything in it. I have to be really careful. I'm allergic to a lot of stuff, including fire ants and mosquitoes. I got stung the other day. I went out to water my vegetable garden and I was watering and I had a lot of protection on. I mean, I'm not as bad as I used to be when I'd go outside. But, let me redo that one. Oh, I did this one, right? Okay, so I'm allergic to fire ants. And in order for me to go outside in the very beginning, I would wear, I look like a beekeeper going outside from head to toe with rubber boots because I was so fearful. I mean, fire ants aren't going to get up here unless they get, you know, scattered on you or something. I mean, if that was the case, I'd be a goner. But other bugs, I'm very sensitive to other bugs that bite or sting. And so I would go outside I look like a beekeeper with rubber boots on. I'd have it over my head, everywhere. People that knew me would just run the other way because they were just fearful of me. But I was fearful, very fearful. And of getting bit or stung or whatever. I do take an antihistamine, and but for me, it was very fearful. I was very scared because what I have, if I, well, for one thing, when I got bit by the fire ant, I almost, I went into shock, and they had to put this EpiPen in my leg and all that stuff. And that was really freaky. Never had that happen before. I was always very sensitive when I was a kid to bug bites and stuff. Okay, so now I'm at that point where I've got to move my zippers before I sew this all down, or I will be in big trouble. They're open, but I want to get this zipper foot away from the seam so I don't sew over it. So I'm going to move it in there. We're almost done, so hold on tight. If you want to go get another cup of coffee or another drink or whatever, go for it. I'm just going to pin this all down. So what's important here is closing up these seams. This seam here. So I got to close up that seam and down, and well, this one's closed. I gotta close all this down. I think that just fell in my trash can. And then sew this down here a little bit, and then on this side, and then we can turn it, okay? The whole thing is locking these zippers into the seams, and that's what I'm doing. And then we'll be done. And then you can go cook dinner. That's what I get to do. Go cook dinner. See how these are stuck here? Like this? They'll be gone when I get it all sewed. And when I turn around, you won't see those guys anymore. Like that. Okay. Back over to the sewing machine. I do have 2 chairs, but I didn't know if it would be good to just get up and move from chair to chair or roll my chair back and forth. I guess it would have been better to move my sewing machine over so you could see it. I don't know.
The time is now 4 p.m.
Wow. So I told you this purse takes a while. It's already 4 p.m.
Is 73 degrees Fahrenheit.
I gotta sew all this together here too. I've got to sew over here too. Sew over your zippers very slowly, especially if you're using a domestic machine, so you don't sew and break a needle or break your machine like I do. I guess it's not funny though. Not funny, Joan. Okay, we're gonna go over this one, this zipper, and it's folded in half. And I'm gonna go very slowly. Where's that zipper foot? It's right there. Okay. The zipper foot's over there. Okay. Come on. I know. We don't want to break anything in front of the viewers here. We just want to behave. And so we can get it all done and look pretty. There you go. Good job, Gigi. Okay. Now, you ready for the reveal? I hope so. And I hope it turns out good. Or there goes my my credibility, or I guess you could say, huh? Okay. So here's your opening here. Hope I made it big enough. And I'm gonna stick my hand in there. Try to pull it all the way through. Okay. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Every time I do this, kind of reminds me of other things. It's like, I don't know. Keep it to myself. So anyway, getting back to the bugs. I go out to water our garden the other day, 4 days ago, and I am dressed to the T. I have long sleeves on, long pants on, rubber boots, these high top socks. I feel something bite me on the leg, and I go down and slap it. And I go back in the house, and I'm thinking, you know, I should probably take an antihistamine just in case. So I go take an antihistamine, and about a couple hours later, my leg, my left leg, the middle of my left leg, front, is red. And I'm going, gosh, I don't see anything, but it was really red. And I said, oh, I must have gotten bit. Okay. So I pulled it out. Let me fix this pocket right here. This is that front pocket right there. My hand is. See? And this is the inside pocket. And you just push it in like that. I know I have to pull it back out and I have to sew it, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like. Now, your zippers, those parts here where we sew those little attachments on to close the zipper so you couldn't, is now inside the seam. These are here for the here's your pocket. Here's your inside of your pocket. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of dark, huh? But anyway, there's a pocket here. Pocket there. And there's a pocket in here. So you have 3 pockets in here plus the main, or 2 pockets in here plus your main pocket. And then you have 1, 2. You have 3 pockets in here. So let's put the strap on it to see how it looks. I really like this print. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these made. And I'm working on a purple one. So I know this doesn't match it. I will make the straps to go with each purse, and I'll also put a little bling on them. So here it goes. See that? Done. Ta-da! Pretty sweet, huh? You like it? I like it. I think it came out great. Okay. Well, thank you for watching me. I'm sorry it took a little bit longer, but these purses do take a while to make. At least an hour, because there's so much to it. And I hope you'll give it a try. And if you have any questions, you can comment and maybe I can help you. I found this pattern on a YouTube. So anyway, give it a try. It's fun. It just takes a little bit of time. Bye bye. See you next time.